Hello. Everybody hear me all right? Hi, Kate. You. Hi, Laura. Everybody else who's listening, hello. So, does somebody want to maybe ask a question to start this off? I'm willing to answer any questions. Hey, Lindy. How are you? I don't know what to address first. All right, Kate, you. Hey, Nene. How's everybody today? There's a lot to talk about. I just don't know where to start. So, do you have absolute proof that was not Scott H? I thought the pictures were him. For sure. Okay, so good question to start with. Um, Let me go to my page and let's go over this because, like you, I'm just going to leave that on my page. Hold on, I'm coming back. I still have doubts. Okay. Now, I've spread the pictures to a couple people I know personally, and some say yes, could be the same person. Some say no. I think the guy looks identical to Scott, my opinion, but it could be Scott has a doppelganger. And if that's the case, I apologize. His sister, let me go back, had wrote Linda. I mean, not Linda, Kristy. Geez, all these names. Okay. And let me tell you about that. While this sits on the screen, I'm going to go into my messages and I'm going to tell you my feelings I got from the interactions with Kristy and who is Jack Skelton's sister. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. Okay, so a summary. Okay. Kristy's Kristy was offended by my last live. Um she wrote me and she was like, "You made me look like a felon," pretty much. Okay. And I was like, "I didn't make you look like a felon. What I did was I read your words. You made yourself look like a felon because things are confusing." So then she started sending me the receipts, which we'll get into after all the Scott talk. Okay. She started sending me the receipts for the billboard. At which point I had to tell her, like, well, no. Then she asked me, she said, "Do you know my husband's still in Kingsport and why we live apart?" And I said, "No. I don't know if she would want me to read this to you, but I'm going to because I think it makes sense." Okay. Okay. I'm going to be skipping around here a little bit, so please bear with me for 1 minute. Okay. So this is her reason for being in South Carolina. and her husband still being in Kingsport. So that means that this skeleton woman, the sister of, would not be traveling to North Carolina, and I had that wrong. So I owe Kristy an apology. I was under the impression this woman was traveling. Okay. So you guys can make your own conclusions at the end of this. I'm not reading chat right now because I'm in my Facebook. So just bear with me 1 minute here. Okay. She says, I was doing end of life care in Kingsport. Her husband, I'm not going to say his name, bought into a building with his fellow practitioners. My last patient had ALS. I became very close to him like he was a brother. I became an advocate for ALS and did a majority of fundraising for it. When my brother died, a part of me did too. Her brother being her friend, the person she took care of. Her last patient, because Kristy's a nurse, okay? I also became friends with many of the ALS patients in East Tennessee. They all have passed. My nephew got married in Hilton Head, South Carolina. I was never a person who wanted to live on a beach. I loved my Tennessee mountains. However, when Bruce and I came here for the wedding, we both felt something deep within, like spiritual, hard to explain. We decided to invest in a home here. Our intention was to invest in a new second home vacation. The two of us never took vacations. We always worked. When my ALS patient died, I started staying here more often. I needed the spiritual guidance I felt here. We decided to sell our home in Kingsport. We got an apartment. Bruce comes down every 2 weeks. We thought it would get easier over the past 5 years. Oh, I said his name. Damn it. I'm sorry. Her husband. But it's only become harder so because husband invested in the practice building. He had to stay until January 2024. He just obtained his South Carolina license and accepted a job here. Such a long process. I've been doing end of life care here. I've been advocating for families of loved ones with dementia and helping them get Medicare coverage in the last stages. We've had 3 kids in college for the past 4 years. Everyone seems to think a doctor makes a lot of money. Well, if you're a doctor in specialized medicine, you can make a lot of money. But Google a family physician's income. With husband's daughter getting out at the age of getting ill at the age of 5 and needing a liver transplant, that took a huge toll on his income. When she died, the expenses were enormous. Yet she had 2 beautiful funeral services, which also took a dig into finances. I'm sharing this because no one knows what's going on in others' lives. Daughter's illness and memorials were more than I could have made in 5 years. And as I mentioned, husband is a family doctor. People don't understand the comparison between a family doctor versus a specialist. But to explain why I'm here and he's in Kingsport, he has to fulfill a contract with the practice he's at. The place we found in Hilton Head has required a lot of work, a foreclosure. So, on top of me working end of life care here, I've been working on the house here. Believe it or not, I can build, plumb, run electric, etc. Being a single mom, I learned a lot. So, and then she also told me, hold on, I've shared. We've been working so hard to find our forever home. And I'm not skipping things on purpose. It's just things she said to me that have no meaning, okay, to you guys. Um, it's just her saying why she was explaining her personal journey. We've been working so hard to find our forever home. I also had her first grandchild born a year ago. She doesn't, the only traveling I do is to see him. She addressed me with the convertible car. In the convertible car, it's a 1998. Got it for under 5K. I hardly drive it because I can bike to the grocery store. People definitely have the wrong interpretation of my family and me. She wishes me no ill intent. We've spoken after that. Um, Hold on. So let me come back. What do you think of her message to me? I owe Kristy an apology, I think, for my live the other day, but it seemed like she was being a little, she didn't want to answer questions. But my questions, I would later go on in our conversations and explain to her that, yeah, I followed the billboard and everything because of all the deception, but I was not part of the billboard, and that I really didn't need her receipts for it, but I'd be willing to help her if she would reach out to Skelton's sister. Okay. Hey, I plead the fifth. Yay, I'm happy you're getting off soon. Kate, I'm sorry. Laura Craft, dry up. Facts matter. Want the truth. My name has a short clipped off BK's channel that Penny controls, where Kristy admits she got a full refund. Penny hid the live. I don't know who you are, Facts Matter. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. If it's something I can help you with, let me know how I can help and I'll try. I'll never understand why YouTube creators think it's okay to trash innocent people without 1,000% proof. It is wrong. And I admit to that. And the only reason I could sit here and say I'm sorry is because there's been a lot of confusion. I wasn't involved in the billboard stuff, but I was confused because when you're bringing out so many facts that you think you're bringing out, sometimes you confuse it, you get lost in the conversation, things get jumbled up, in my opinion. So we weren't hearing the facts, but truth is Kristy was telling us the truth about at least the part she showed me so far, you know. Um, we'll get to this in a minute. I guess since we're talking about the billboards, we might as well just.
Hello fiberglass window material can lift a truck. A 6,006.
So we're gonna watch this real quick together, and you'll see how the receipts match what she was telling TM. Sometimes you just gotta, I feel like everything should be put
I
together.
think it was October 12th because it was my son's birthday. I gave him $2,000. He called me on October 27th and said that if I could donate more money, it would extend that billboard on Fort Henry Drive until the end of January. And so, I talked with my husband. He's like, oh, well, absolutely. So, of course, I sent him $2,000 more. I gave Brad $4,000, and he was telling me that it would go towards the billboard on Fort Henry Drive, and that it would be, and because I gave him that money, it would be there through January of 2022. And I was like, hallelujah. And then it's kind of like, well, Tiffany's harassing the church, and I was like, holy moly, Devery, well, what happened was the day of the deadline, Devery was saying, we haven't got the money. And I said, we have to get these billboards up because we've promised these people. And so he gave me like the same sign in and numbers and stuff I needed for their website. And so I said, whether or not you get the $4,000 back that I originally gave him, I said, I'm going to go ahead and pay for the $4,000 down payment. So I went ahead and I did that online, and it went through immediately.
Hi Devery, I haven't heard from Brad. If he doesn't bring you a check within the hour, can we put the contract in my name and I'll go ahead and pay you?
He was supposed to go yesterday afternoon and get a cashier's check. And call me back.
Let's just go ahead and do it. I am not waiting and worrying anymore. Tell me what I need to do, and do you all accept Venmo? Will you call me when you're available? This has me worried so bad.
I will. I am keeping his feet to the fire. I am going to make sure he pays it. I just received a message, he was going now.
I think we should go ahead, change it in my name, and pay the $4,000 down. And if he brings you a check, keep it.
The only thing I can do is send you the payment link I sent him.
I found out, or should I say, heard a lot last night about him doing this in another situation that involved $10,000. I haven't slept at all. Send me the link. Thank you.
Contract number and customer number. Do not tell him you are paying. I am still going to make him give that other amount that you gave him.
Hey parents, Michaels has new creative supplies for kids' summer fun. Going on vacation? Grab new.
Okay, so while we were watching that, I was reading some of the comments. Let me go through these. I'll never understand why YouTube creators think it's okay. I think I addressed that. This. I don't know who that is. I said that. I already read these. Hold on. Kristy's not distracting me, Lindy. Here's the thing, okay? I think it's important that we personally go through match receipts with dates, okay? I only got so far with Kristy. I don't know how much more willing she's going to be to talk to me. There was more things that happened in this, okay? So I guess what I'm making my rule to be right now is to discredit things that have been said so we can get to the bottom of who the fake Fed is, okay? Because we know Chase played a part in both the fake Fed and the billboards. He played big parts in both, okay? He was guarding Jody Sue, sitting across the street from her house, making her feel safe as if she was in danger and he was her bodyguard, according to Jody Sue, right? And some other things we've heard. Do we know that that's fact? No. Okay. But we also know he came in with cracking cases and started collecting money for billboards and all this other stuff. Now he is the one responsible for the post office boxes and for the passing of money, things of that nature, which I do want to get to some of these receipts that were shown for the billboard because I don't know if maybe I misunderstood Chase's son or if Chase's son is just as involved. Like the totals he told me match up to the 4,000, but he told me it was 2 transactions of 4,000. Now she just showed us, he told me they both went to Cash App. He has no Venmo, but she just gave us receipts stating that this money did go to a Venmo, and she told me that it was his son. Both accounts were his son. So I'm really confused. That means that Chase's son lied to me. Okay? I can't prove that. I didn't record our whole conversation because he had asked me not to. So I'm coming on this live and I am going to ask Chase's son, can you please reach out to me and clear some of this up because it looks like you're lying. I was taken back by that, and that's the only reason I grabbed the receipts and showed these, because I'm not involved in a billboard, and I do think it's up to them to try to put that together and figure out who lied with what. But if I can help by making it easier and more clear for people to understand the receipts, I will do that. But I only got that far, and right now it seems like Kristy is not lying. Okay? I'm willing to work with her. I'm being friendly with her, but we're not friends. I even had to apologize to her for being so abrasive, because I did go in there like, hey, look, this, that, and the other. And she was still being a little funny about writing the skeleton sister. When I put it in layman's terms for her that, the parents' house is right behind the horse pond within a 6-minute drive, 4-minute drive or something. I think it's like a 20-minute walk, not far at all. And that, Scott had the cistern, and I found that creepy, and he looks like his doppelganger. It was still a little bit of push and shove to get her to reach out to this lady, but she did come back to me and say, you're right. I think I need to reach out to her. So she did reach out to her, and it took me a little bit to get her to send me a screenshot, okay, of what the woman said to her, saying, no, that's not Scott. But she eventually did send me that screenshot. If the woman's telling the truth, she's been drugged through the mud and through hell. Right now, her receipts match. Okay? It could just be because she even asked me, she said, how do I do this? How do I contact somebody I haven't spoken to in 40 years and ask them about their brother? So she was reluctant, really, she didn't really want to do so, but ultimately she did. And let's go back. Listen, it isn't that I'm a sucker. I just don't think you get anywhere when you talk rudely to people. You're not going to get the right receipts, and you're not going to be able, Earl. Earl, can you grab him? He might want out. Sorry, guys. This puppy is so funny, his talking. Okay, so where was I? My dog interrupted me. Hold on. He's really getting that how together. Okay, so let's go back to the messages from what she sent me from the sister. Okay. I don't know what she asked prior to this. She put, and no, I don't have a brother named Scott. And then she wrote her, she thinks the picture of Scott is your brother. And she sent something. Let me see if I can click it and make it bigger. Yeah. I don't know what that says. She sent her a screenshot of mine. She didn't send me everything there, so I don't know why. And then I sent back because she was telling her that I hadn't written her, and I had on Thursday at, hold on, I'll give you the exact time. On Thursday at 11:51 p.m. I sent this woman a message, and it was the video of the cistern, and I put, "Do you know this human?" And that's all it said. And I sent it to her to show her that yes, I did reach out to her. The woman still hasn't looked at the message, so I don't know if it's in the others folder and she don't know how to do it or whatever. But in my opinion, she was rude. No, she won't be reaching out to me. She doesn't want to speak with me, and that she doesn't understand how I could think that guy is her brother or whatever it is she was saying. I'm just still very confused by it. But being that she said that is not Scott, I'm going to investigate this man as if it is not Scott. People are attacking me like Captain Obvi right now, okay? Or maybe you shouldn't go around accusing people from states away. Whose states away? They're in the same state, Captain Obvi. They're all in Tennessee. I didn't accuse Kristy, who's in another state, of anything. I was just trying to get to the bottom. That would be the people that was involved in the billboard. So before you come over here trying to tell somebody about something, you need to fuck off. Fuck you very much. Okay. Hi, Jaden. So what if I'm states away? What does that have to do with anything? So what? So are you another local saying, hey, if you're out of state, don't cover this? I'm sorry, but true crime's been going on for years. There's TV shows that cover it. It doesn't matter what state I'm in. Facts are on the internet, not in the state. This is pointless. You're certifiably insane and dangerous and don't belong in this gen here. Why? Because I'm getting to the facts. Do you see the attacks? Because I'm trying to get to the facts of the case and figure out exactly what happened, and nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is putting the receipts together to figure out who the last person standing is, who started all of this. Right? I think it's stupid not to want to put the receipts together. Unfortunately, because there's been such a mess of this case, it's going to be a slow process. You can't get all of the information in one night. Okay? You guys are attacking people without looking at the whole thing, the dates, the timestamps. You're just going by, well, this one said this one said that. Put the facts together. You'll see who is at the beginning of this. Cherry Cola. Listen, the name of my channel, yeah, I know, they're always going to try to distract. That's what they do, and it's fine. I don't mind the distraction because do you? If you have facts, I welcome you up here. Please come show your facts. Let's see yours. Since you know everything, there's my link. Come show me your facts. I want to see your screenshots. I want to see who you are. Come tell us who you are. You're welcome to come up. No, Diana, I don't think we will neither, but people need to quit being attacked and like they're bad people if they're really truly there to help. You know? I threw a link. If you have facts, please come join. Make sure you show me your face. But you run shit? Why should people believe that you run shit? Nah, you don't run shit. Click the name, fact matters. The short is on that to prove it. I'll look at it before I click on it and show it. I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe I can do it in another live. I don't like people coming to my chat and demanding that I do shit. So if you're not going to grab the link, be gone or I will make you gone. Okay? Because that's how I do shit. If you have a fact that is better than mine, please come show it and disprove me. Nothing on my channel is fact, and the name of my channel tells you that. It's speculation and opinion. I can only allow you to form your own opinion based on receipts that I have been given. Again, fuck you very much. Okay. Okay, look. Anybody that I have spoken about here, first of all, skeleton stuff is on the registry. It's public. We're allowed to talk about that. Okay? There is a registry for a reason. He can't sue me for talking about him. If any of those other people want to try to sue me, let them. Because I have all of their very first lives when they started attacking me. I have lives of the lawsuit they had already tried to bring on me that was filed improperly. And I know how to countersue. Okay? If these people are free and clear of anything, I think it is correct for all of us to come here and try to prove that. You will see who's guilty and who's not. If you do not go after trying to figure out what the fuck happened behind the scenes with new names that come out every day, money being passed, and a little girl that is missing being exploited, then you have a problem. That's the thing. I'm not scared of their lawsuits. I have countersuits against every single one of them. Okay? That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. I have hours and hours and hours of these people bashing me on different panels. So let them try. Okay, so I'm allowed to say, I didn't say Scott is skeleton. I said he looks like skeleton. So obviously you're reading something wrong. Now think of it this way. If I hadn't brought it out and somebody else had, he might have been attacked worse. Me and Scott already don't like each other, right? So he's already attacked me in the same kind of grotesque way. Never apologized. I could get on here and say, Scott, if that's not you, I'm sorry. This woman said it's not you, but that's not going to stop me from researching the skeleton guy. As I don't think it should stop any of us. We've researched so many others. Look what Frank Light's been through due to them people. So the lady says the guy's not you. It's not you. I apologize. I can be a bigger person than you can I? Because you can't apologize for nothing. Go back a couple lives for those of you that haven't seen it. The live I did with Scott on my panel. That's right. The damage is already done by them. If they want to try to sue me, I'm willing to go to court. Let's go. This is about a missing little child from Rogersville, Tennessee. And if people can't see that I'm serious about that, I don't know what else to say. I think it's good that we bring these things out and then discredit them. To go after the facts and figure out what it was and who started what where. You know what? I'm not going to say it, but right now it still seems to me, I am going to say it. Right now it still seems to me Penny is at the bottom of this. Right? She wants to be innocent, then we have to discredit things people have said about her to see if she is. Right now, I still Linda and Penny. I can't prove Scott to that. I can tell you Scott's a fucking dick. And he looks like this dude. Like it or not. I'm not going to come to ends with some fake shit and pretend that I don't think this and that. Like, that's just the way fucking shit is. Okay? All this shit and fuckery going around. How many people have y'all attacked? And now that I'm saying something about one of your own and people are listening, you have a problem with it. So, that's where I'm at. So, guys, for those of you that think I was being derailed, no, because these are the points I'm trying to make. This is another one. She follows me everywhere. She has so much time on her hand. She doesn't like what I say, but I always need help, and my mental state is always attacked by this woman. Get a good look at her. Suzanne Goins. Okay, if I am part of the problem, where did that go? It disappeared. Here's what we're going to do, guys. I've answered their questions. We're just going to go through. I don't know who Black Alien, maybe try. Odd one. Do you think if I wouldn't have brought that out and people were paying attention and they wouldn't have seen that picture, they wouldn't have said, oh my God, that looks like Scott, and he wouldn't have still had been attacked? So why not bring it out and squash it quickly? Right? Wouldn't it make better sense to bring it out and squash it so that we can move on and research this man without thinking that it's Scott? Why is it such a problem to do that? I don't get it. Makes people think that you are purposely hiding something. Me too, Cherry. I wish she would get up and show her receipts. And that's not me sticking up for Tiffany or Benny or anybody else. I just feel it's still leading to her being at the top of whatever the fuck is going on here. And the only way you can get there is if you discredit all this other bullshit with Kristy and Linda. Linda, I have not been able to find an ounce of evidence her way. I'm willing to put it together, you know. She's still sus as hell to me. Just my opinion. You know, and sometimes I don't give you guys all my thoughts. And that's because I do like to go try to figure things out before I even bring it out, you know? And there's so many things. I don't know. These people think I'm a machine or something. I can just come out with facts and I can know this and I can know that. And that's not the truth. I'm one single person. Everybody in this community has shit on me. Nobody has been willing to help me. And even the people that pretended to be willing to help me ended up doing some shady shit. So this is me by myself. Don't get me wrong, I have people that send me things that do help. I can't say I don't have no help. I do have some subs and stuff that send me things, but I still have to go on and research it myself and make sure what they sent me is appropriate for me to bring out. Maybe the Scott thing wasn't appropriate for me to bring out, but you have to bring something out to smash it, right? If I wouldn't have brought it out and somebody else would have brought it out and they would have seen that photo, it would have been everywhere. Oh my God, that's Scott. At least this way, I put myself in a position where I was able to reach out through somebody else, third party, to get some sort of answer so that we can move on and look into this guy. Works for me. I'm just trying to get you guys all to understand what I'm doing here. It's not to fight with people. Atlanta, I'm sorry if I took you wrong, you know? But the attacks are real. They come all the time. You see, I just showed you 2 or 3 of them with them, my mental health. It's a constant. Right. September Virgo. It has to be validated or unvalidated. You know what I mean? I never way back then could find anything that looked guilty on Penny's part, but I can be wrong. And if so, I will definitely say so. And that's fine. Like I said, everybody has a right to their opinion. So if you do research, go find some things that proves her correctly. So we could just X her off, you know? Get to the bottom of who brought Stacy slaying. Because for me, like the scams and shit, it's grimy, you know, but they all have to figure that shit out. I can help. If they want it, I can help put the receipts together so people can understand them. But for me, I'm not involved in that shit. I just went to the bottom of the fake Fed shit. I think that is more important. No, I don't. I don't even know how to feel about it. It's like an even importance. I think they both need to be looked into to get the one. It connects. Like the billboards and cracking cases was brought in at the same time all this shit was going on with Brad. It connects. And I'm going to be honest with you. No, I'm not. Am I? Yeah, I might. Cracking cases ain't looking so good in this either. You know? Got to X them off and get there. If other creators want to help to do so, thank you. If you don't want to help to do so, move out of my fucking way because that's what I'm doing. Yes, Lana. It's okay to disagree. You know? Just prove it the other way. I just want to X some of these people off and figure out who the hell this fake Fed was and why they were there. And if it's true. Because the person who ever set up that fake Fed or put the fake Fed, they're assholes. You know what I mean? That's who caused all of the mess in Summer's case. Mm-hmm. And my point of putting Scott out is, you know, just put it out and discredit it. It is or it's not, because he was going to be attacked anyway once that got out, right? I apologize for being the one to do it. I apologize for how deep that could go in accusing somebody, and I understand that some people may not like that. But my reasoning for doing it was to just squash it and move on from that being Scott so that we're not looking in Scott's direction when we do this. I don't know if the sister's being honest or what, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go, yeah, CPS worker, so much. And we got to figure out why that happened in this case and why there's no arrest for it. Like, that's the bigger question. What if, in all honesty, what if this really, what if it was somebody used? No, it wouldn't have been a real Fed in somebody's inbox. I can't see that. Not the way that went down. You would think they would visit or send somebody to bring them to a police station and question them and say, hey, do you want to do this and that? I just don't feel somebody would be like, hey, in an email, I'm a federal agent. Let's do this, that, and the other. Yeah, small town girl, that really could be it. But why? What was the purpose of it? Why go through such channels to do that? Could it lead to summer? You know what I mean? Does this person have summer? Like, you got to look and see, like, why was all of this done? Was it for the sake of money? I don't think so, because Slay, like I said in a previous live, was giving money to cracking cases. How odd. Hush money? I don't know. Opinion, speculation. Let me see what Andy said. I was looking through the notes I have on Slay, and some are of Slay telling Penny that JS called her bank and reported her as a scammer and more. So if that's true, would JS would def know who she was. Yeah, that's true. But Jody Sue don't tell nobody nothing. But it would be strange that she would hide it. I don't know. But Jody Sue's shown a lot of receipts about Slay, you know? I wasn't involved in that. So there's still a lot as a viewer back then that I am personally extremely confused about. So what I'm trying to do is become unconfused and help unconfuse you guys in the process. It was after she donated to Jody Sue, and they had called her bank and told them she was scamming with the marathon, and she was confused because she had gave money, not took any. Yeah, and there was that $800 thing with her son. I mean, Jody Sue was involved in a lot of this shit early on. But I don't want to go in right now. I'm like trying to start a new foot here, a whole new path. You know what I mean? I'm sick of attacking the people in Rogersville. I don't know who's guilty and who's not, but what I do know is that I was a sub, a viewer. Now I'm a creator. I was attacked. A lot of shady shit. I don't know why. Um, I don't get why the players of it did what they did, because back then I was not attacking them. I was what I thought working with them. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe they didn't like that I was also looking into other shit and that I refused to attack Jody Sue, which is really odd to me. I, as a grown human, and I don't want to keep going over this. I'm getting better at not going over it. My anger is going down a little bit, you know? I want to move on, and I just want to get to the bottom of how all of this became 2 years later, because truthfully, Summer's lost in all of this. Now, this is what we're talking about. This is not Summer. We should be talking about the little girl that's swinging on the swing and what she might be like today and things of that nature, you know? Instead, we're sitting here every day watching creators fight, bring drama, trauma, and it's fine if you're going to mark your video as that, you know, like, hey, I want to fight with da-da-da, and not put, I just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. It was the 500 that Slay sent that Jody Sue never accepted, but she sent the 500 back. Yes. I missed what Cherry Cola said. In my opinion, it was about money. They thought they could use fake Fed to get evidence and claim reward fund. End goal. How do you do that, though? How do you prove the parents didn't hurt that child as a stranger? You know what I mean? Like, what evidence were they going to find? You can't claim money without the actual child. So that would mean that these people would know where the child was, in my opinion. You know? As an older person, perhaps all of us should consider being nicer in our comments and the words we say. Thank you, small town girl. I appreciate that. Yeah, but they would still have to bring, like, they would have to prove that. Like, why are you, as a human being, this isn't a movie, it's a real life missing child. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you're talking some Will Smith shit there. I'm just saying, Cherry Cola, I'm not trying to be rude. They would have to know that Summer was alive in order to do that. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I don't want to fight with these people no more. But I might still talk shit. You know? Nothing that's I'm just trying to get shit out in the open. I can't say nothing that's gonna hurt them, because sometimes pulling these receipts out, you have to pull out their receipts. I don't understand why all of them hide all of that. Like, it's so dumb. You could figure out, if everybody would just put everything back up, you could figure out who did what, or at least the discords where all this shit mostly took place, you know? My feelings haven't changed for my last few lives about the discords. I'm not going to go into details because I'm not trying to shit talk today, but it hasn't changed for me. Let's see. I totally understand why some people don't want to come forward with information. YouTube creators can be so mean and rude if someone disagrees. Correct. There's no trying to, like, prove, okay, this person said this, because sometimes people might just be very misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? There might be, like, for real, all this confusion, everything I cut out of that video I made about Kristy and posted today was in the first 10 minutes of her talking to Tiffany Marie. I didn't even go deeper than that. I didn't even listen to the rest of it yet. There was a piece before that I wanted to ask, or I did ask Kristy for some information about, and I think she said she'll send it to me. So I'm waiting on that, and I'll put that with, let me go look. What was that about? Oh, my daughter messaged me. Hold on, guys. Oh, she's fighting with me. She thinks laryngitis. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What did I ask her to send me? Something I listened to. Oh, God. This is so much reading. It was after this. Sorry, guys. Because it might be something we can talk about. I think it was this morning I sent it. Oh, the emails. Hold on. Oh, the fake PI lady. I'm really interested in what Kristy told Tiffany about a fake PI contacting her. I want to see if I can see who it is, or did Tiffany bring that out? I haven't looked. I haven't really been watching her. Because that's interesting. To me, it sounds like it could be Squall, but with all this other crazy shit, who knows? I don't know who plays what part in anything, but I am really interested in who the lady was that claiming she was a PI that was contacting Kristy. Penny pushed the reward fund. She wanted it to be as high as possible to claim it later on, but they cannot solve it, not as clever as they thought. I mean, what does her and Benny think they're Bonnie and Clyde or something? Like, I just can't. In real life, you really think that that could be a possibility? That, like, let's just hurry up, push this reward fund, push the reward fund. The reward fund was set up indefinitely for a reason, and I agree, probably in the end goal for something like that, but that would mean that Summer was alive, and why haven't they produced her yet? Because the reward fund is gone. Like, that reward fund no longer exists, and now everybody's trying to get to the bottom of it. And if that's what Penny did, then Penny needs to be outed. You know what I mean? I don't know that that's what she did, but really. Did we see the receipts? Did she send she said she sent some stuff to Tiffany. She said she'd send me the same stuff she sent Tiffany. And I still got to go through the rest of that interview with her and TM. I want to hear about the parking lot. I don't know. I don't want to add any more shit to it till I listen and ask and can discredit shit. She wrote me while I was live, by the way. I didn't read it yet. So, Kristy, if you're listening, I didn't read yet, but I will. Who was Cherry? Who was outed? The Lost Voices lady? See, I never really paid attention to all of that. I don't know why, or I just don't remember it. I remember it, but I don't remember everything. Yeah, fake Fed, fake PI, fake stories, etc. Some are lost in all this mess. And that's the truth, but at the bottom of it, all of it is a crime. You know what I mean? Like, fake Feds is a crime. A fake PI, that's a crime. And it's sad because I feel that whoever is at the bottom of it needs to be held responsible. They caused a lot of turmoil in Summer's case, and Summer is lost, and there's no finding her through until we sort through this and figure it out. It's just going to go on and on and on in circles. You're going to see the same shit, the same receipts. You know, they're getting a little better at it. They're starting to add up and show more than they have, but there's still people leaving out their parts, and we can't get to the beginning of it without those people's parts, if you get what I'm saying. Right, Sky Purple. Lots of crimes, no arrests. Like, what the hell is that about? Supposedly Brad, that's what makes me feel it might connect to Summer. The fact that there's no arrests and all this fake shit, maybe they're following something, you know? Because I don't see how for 2 years somebody gets away with falsifying a federal agent. It's a crime, a huge crime. Supposedly Brad told him about Summer in Indiana. And he told the other that Tim was told him that. Hold on, my son just walked in. He didn't know I'm live. Boy, he's such a live wrecker. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. My granddaughter wants to go to the playground. The neighbor kids are down there, and I had to tell my son to go down and make sure it was okay for her to be down there with the neighbor parents because I don't want her down there with no adult. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me come back. I think there were many scammers who prey on every case and just move from case to case. I think that's a possibility. Like I'm seeing some of the stuff about the Kanika Jenkins case. It's a possibility, but either way, it needs to be gone. You know, we need to get to the bottom of it so we can get back to summer. That's just my opinion. And yes, what I did was wrong bringing out the Scott shit. I can admit to that. But somebody was going to bring it out sooner or later anyway, and it was going to be commented on. And when I first brought it out, I said, hey, this looks like someone. And the first comment in there was, oh my God, that's Scott H. You know? So right there tells you that that's what would have happened. So now we can move forward as if he's discredited. Whether he is or isn't, the sister says no. And we could just figure out. I want to find out who this Jack James Skeleton is. I keep wanting to call him Jack Skeleton. I don't know. What the fuck? Yes. I don't know. Does what I'm saying make sense to you guys? Do you understand why I did what I did? Scott already hates me and shit. Fuck him, really. I don't like the dude, never will. He's not man enough to apologize for the shit he did that's just as bad, really. Well, not just as bad, but. Yeah. Well, it ain't even just his past as to why I want to look into him. That's a huge part of it. The thing is that there's addresses I did not show you guys the other day. It's in a video. I think Odd One did that I posted on my wall, which she's now attacking me for. I don't. I'm confused. But anyways, he has an address that's pretty much like right at the horse pond. Behind it, behind the horse stables. So, I definitely do want to start digging into that. And the thing is that I want to do it publicly with you guys. And I don't want to do sneaky shit behind the scenes. If we're live and you're sending me something and you say, hey, I'm going to send you something, I just don't want involved in all this creator drama no more. I want to do my own thing. I want to research this man. I think it's a good start. It's not attacking people in Beach Creek, and this guy's an RSO, and it makes sense because of where he was located all throughout that area, or could have been located all throughout that area, that we look into him and get a better feel of who he is. I want to see if I could find a way to come up with his past criminal charges in Texas. I've never done a FOIA request, but maybe I could do that. Figure out how to. Maybe somebody can teach me, and we can get to the bottom of it. Or maybe another creator knows how to do the FOIAs and can go grab one and share it. I'm actually welcoming people to help me with this and figure it out because it's the guy is like there. A question, if anybody remembers, I have is, remember when they said there was an RSO that worked at the stables? Can anybody remember who that was? Because my memory is poof. 1 second, guys. Sorry, my grandbaby's following my husband around, begging him to take her to the store and buy her a toy. What city, Crystal? Rock something. I gotta look. I didn't, like I said, I didn't get to dig so much because I was trying to figure out if it was Scott. I wanted to do that before I started. Because the thing is, hold on, you have you have to have a Tennessee resident to FOIA request in that state. All other states, it's easy to get the info. Cool. I'll figure that out then. I might be able to go get someone to do it for me if I send them the money to do it. Do you know how much it costs when Evil entered? I have his PDF. His information's on my wall. Some of it, I think I put his charges or in a video somewhere. If I didn't, let me know and I will. Oh, yeah. Cotton. I don't know which ones they're talking about there. All right. I'll get it together. But that's what I want to do is I want to research, open my research and do it with you guys. That was always my point of my channel. I wanted to do things together. So if I'm discredited, you guys can easily say, nope, that's not it. Look, this is it. And that we can just make it, let's just quit the bullshit. That's all I want. I don't want involved in this shit no more. I wasn't involved in none of that. I don't know why they involved me in that. And at this point, I really don't give a fuck. And I'm at the point where I don't give a shit about any of them. And I don't care what I say about them. And people need to start understanding that. I just want to do me and my channel and research and run my channel the way I want to. I'm working on some information on the fake Fed. Once I confirm, I will be posting. Thank you, Evil. Can you tag me in it when you post it? Because I miss a lot of shit. That's another thing. People think I have time to sit here and watch everybody's stuff. I don't. So it's helpful, when people throw me links. Well, I like the name Black Alien. Yes, that I am. Yeah, as they should be. I don't think he had any involvement at all. However, go back a couple lives. For those that were paying attention, they'll hear it. I'm no longer researching that right now. Let someone else get it. It's okay, Selena. I'm probably going to make this a short live. I think I said everything I need to say for now. I might be back later. Hubby works tonight, and hopefully, if the kids go to sleep early and I'm bored, I'm up. I just woke up like at 5. 1 second. I got to cough. Okay, so maybe I'll get on here later just to bullshit or whatever. Maybe. Don't promise me. It depends on the kids and bedtime. Well, granddaughter, the baby ain't here. I'm in the Army. Aw. Thank you for your service, Black Alien. Some trolls are fun to have around, I guess. Yeah, me too. It's caused a lot of distraction and mess in this case. People need to just come out with it and say where it started, how it happened. Just tell it. You know that nobody's going to leave it alone until it's out in the open. All right, guys, but I'm going to cut this live short. Maybe I'll be back later. Maybe I won't if you guys are around. I hope you understand why I did what I did. Scott, I'll be the bigger man. I say I'm sorry. People can accept my apology or not, but It needed to get out there so we can move forward with researching this man, in my opinion. Agreed. We'll leave it on that note. Bye, guys.